Canada starting to react now with more strength than ever. India-Canada standoff, while it escalates, External Affairs Minister Jaishankar has responded. And talking tough with Justin Trudeau, Jaishankar has called out political convenience. Remember, that's new term that's set to go viral as Jaishankar calls out political convenience, exposing Trudeau's hypocrisy. Let's listen in to what our External Affairs Minister has said. And to say this, remember, at the UNGA, at a time when the world is watching what Canadian Prime Minister said, and that based just on allegations, no evidence.
The democratization of technology has opened mindsets, instilled confidence, and inspired innovations. Excellencies, in our deliberations, we often advocate the promotion of a rules-based order. From time to time, respect for the UN Charter is also invoked. But for all the talk, it is still a few nations who shape the agenda and seek to define the norms. This cannot go on indefinitely, nor will it go unchallenged. A fair, equitable, and democratic order will surely emerge once we all put our minds to it. And for a start, that means ensuring that rule makers do not subjugate rule takers. After all, rules will work only when they apply equally to all. Nor must we countenance that political convenience determines responses to terrorism, extremism, and violence. Similarly, respect for territorial integrity and non-interference in internal affairs cannot be exercises in cherry-picking. When reality departs from the rhetoric, we must have the courage to call it out. Without genuine solidarity, there can never be real trust. This is very much the sentiment of the Global South.
That's the External Affairs Minister Jaishankar at the United Nations General Assembly. He was addressing the 78th UNGA and making it very clear. And remember, look at and listen to the words what the Foreign Affairs Minister has said about cherry picking, about politics of convenience. And at a time, remember, this was made by not a random member of parliament or an official, but the Canadian Prime Minister, who said in the House of Commons that it's India's agents. And India is constantly asking, like we heard from Foreign Affairs Minister as well, without evidence, how can such allegations be made that this is not Government of India's policy? Listen in to another reaction that's coming.
Very frankly, what we told the Canadians. One, we told the Canadians that this is not the Government of India's policy. Two, we told the Canadians saying that, look, if you have something specific, if you have something relevant, let us know. We are open to looking at it.
All right, let's go across quickly to my colleague Anisha Mathur. She's joining me live from Canada. Anisha, so while the world is isolating Justin Trudeau, his own politicians are starting to dump him literally. They're not even coming to his support, even at a time like this, because they realize that he's made allegations without evidence. And now External Affairs Minister with his direct plain speak that these are cherry picking, these are political convenience that he's mentioned, and clearly this will also impact domestic politics in Canada too.
This is something that is being discussed ad nauseum in drawing rooms, on the streets, and what exactly is happening with Canadian politics. Just yesterday, with the shocking incident in Canada, where a Nazi soldier was also honoured in the Parliament, Trudeau's government is under a lot of pressure and a lot of questions, with India again and again raising the question of cherry picking, of questioning where the evidence is. Politicians here are also questioning the Trudeau government on if there is any evidence whatsoever? And why is it, most importantly, that when the British Columbia police is still investigating, while there is no evidence, while there is no identified arrested person, why would the Prime Minister make such a statement? And this is something that happened a few days ago as well. Remember, a few days ago, the Premier of British Columbia had also raised the same question, and now Jagmeet Singh, who is Trudeau's own ally in the government, has also said that, well, while I have been briefed, I have been given some information, but no specific information or evidence has been shared with me. And very clearly, even his own ally here is...
Alisha, you know, that's the whole point. Cannot find out about a Nazi veteran in the parliament, but somehow strangely knows that Indian agents were behind the killing, or what he called a Canadian citizen who has enough criminal history, and that was Hardeep Singh Nijjar. And now External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar has spoken at the UNGA. This will be a big story through this morning, and he has made it clear that this political convenience, this cherry picking, is at least not Government of India's policy and shouldn't be Justin Trudeau's either.